The ledge is back in session. Is there anybody who wants to comment on either one of the public hearings that we have? We'll have that open mic. And then we have the public to be heard, and I think that come forward. Mr. Connolly, would you come forward and speak a little bit about what's on your mind? The mic is yours.
I'm Alan Connolly. I represent the Arc of Seneca Cayuga, and I want to speak to the 182 North property issue. Just wanted to say that we're supportive of the transfer, subject to Gavris and us working on a long-term lease. We've spoken with the county together, and that we're in agreement with that moving forward. We just want to have time to do the due diligence to do that. We don't expect that to take a very long time at all. We expect to be able to do that by your next meeting time is what we anticipate. And so just want to let you know that and wish Gavris well. We have a long history, both of us together with that particular building, and appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you. Talking about Gavris Center, I don't know whether somewhere in the meeting it's going to come up, but I'd like to thank Sheriff Gould and all the other volunteers that worked on the playground. Sheriff, did you want to say a few words about that?
It's all yours, Coach. Thank you.
Another great job done by volunteers.
We have 3 other proclamations that will be presented at different times during the month. Hometown Heroes Month in Cayuga County, May of 2018. Miss Jeannie Lampin Baker Day in Cayuga County. Dr. Linda Ann Townsend Day in Cayuga County, May 23rd, 2018.
Can we have a motion for the minutes?
Second.
Mr. Bennett, seconded by Mr. Foley. All those in favor? Any opposed? We have CC report. We have Mr. DeBell here today to just mention a few things that might be on everybody's mind. I know we just had a commencement.
Absolutely.
Would you like to come to the podium?
Dr. Durant could not be here today. He is advocating for us in Albany today. He sends his regards. We had a wonderful graduation ceremony on Sunday. 400 plus people walked across the stage, and it's a very, very special event. It's actually what we live for at the college. And just a few quick updates. Enrollment for the current fiscal year, 2018, is slightly ahead of schedule. We have budgeted 2550. We think we're going to land at about 2560. That's very positive. And applications are up for the fall of 2018, so we're very positive about next year. And we're building our budget on flat enrollment, so we're building our budget as 2550, which leads me to the next comment. Our board approved our 2018-19 budget in May, and we will be bringing our 2018-19 budget forth to this body in June. So that is our report. Any questions?
Well, we hope that the good doctor can advocate for us in Albany to get some more cash. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
We have committee reports, individual legislative reports. Okay, no takers. How about our county administrator report?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We've had an exciting month. A large part of it was preparing and planning for the shared services kickoff, which we had last Friday. We had pretty decent attendance for a Friday afternoon on a beautiful spring day. And we look forward to continuing to work with the mayors and the town supervisors, as well as the highway superintendents and all of the people that the supervisors and mayors invite to work on the panel projects with them. We spent a large portion of the month working on several projects through the Cayuga County Development Corporation, including laying the foundation and working with the Gavra Center and the ARC for the eventual transfer that is the subject of the public hearing today. We worked on capitalizing the CCDC with some new economic development programs, and we've been working with the college, Wells College, to line up and establish a potential financing, bridge financing, to ensure that the water system, which was recently announced by this to be funded by the state, is in place. Hopefully, needs to be in place, and there's financing to do that work. Sometimes the state announces money and makes it available, but it's not always available at the exact time that it's needed. So we're trying to ensure that the resources are in place to make sure that that happens before the HAB season. We also, following the legislature's request, have been working with a number of departments and agencies to begin a master plan for the County House Road campus, beyond just the survey work that needs to be done to complete the transfer with soil and water. There's a number of ongoing initiatives and proposals out there, so really trying to put everything together in a sensible way that we can bring back to present to you, and ensure that the things that we're doing administratively comply with the policy direction that the legislature has laid out. We are nearing and recently completed the first draft of the continuity of operations plan, so we'll be bringing that forward for your review sometime later this summer. And worked on a number of economic development initiatives, both with CETA and CAPUSA, as well as working with some individual businesses who are planning expansion in the region. And I spent a lot of time working with you, with the legislature, to answer questions about the proposed enterprise lease solution. We continue to have those conversations, and I look forward to answering any other questions that may be left unresolved. And lastly, in the ongoing conversations we've had this month since the presentation of the CGR and the priorities, I'm working with the staff to put together some additional requests with some budget impact statements for you, and I will have that for you at the end of this month in advance of all of your committee hearings next month, so that you'll be able to see on a more global level what we're proposing to move forward with. So it's been a great month. There's been a lot of hard work by the staff, and I really appreciate their support and dedication. And it's a really beautiful event that I'm proud and excited to be part of for the first time here. So thank you.
I see Doug Delastrio, one of our new employees. Thank you, Doug and Gary, for having us here at this great venue. Justin, just a minute on the water quality issues. Wells College would like to get out of the water business. Hopefully we can manage water. But there's one thing that I couldn't make it Friday, but I know that New Core needs a new water system, and I know the city has indicated that they would like to spend $1 million or somewhat more money. But anyways, there's some other lines that are next to wells, and there's some other county water lines that are next to the steel mill, and I want to make sure that we're taking those into consideration with the secondary water for those projects. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Batman.
I just want to thank you for moving forward with kind of a report on the plan for implementation of the new initiatives. I want to reaffirm my interest also, though, in getting a report on where we are in our spending for this year. I think last month we had kind of an initial report, and the communication then is that because of issues associated with the Treasury Department, otherwise it would take a little more time. I kind of thought that'd be this month. It's fine if it's not, but when can we expect that? An update on spending for this year?
That will be part of what I present.
It will. Okay, great. Thank you very much.
We need a motion at this time for appointments and reappointments. Who motioned? Mr. Dennison, seconded by Mr. Pinckney, or Mr. Petrus got the second on that one. Oh, okay, Mr. Paul then. All those in favor of appointments and reappointments? Anybody opposed? Pass. Would somebody like to make a motion that we waive the communications? Mr. Bennett, make that motion. Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. Dennison. All those in favor? Any opposed? Passed. And just for the audience, the public hearing is still available for any comments. Feel free to jump in. Okay, I'd like to turn it over now to Mr. Bennett in regards to the Ways and Means.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have regular monthly resolutions, 1A, 1B. I'd like to offer them up as a bundle.
Motion by Lee. Okay. Well, we got a pit. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Health and Human Services. Lane, do you have?
Mr. Chairman, Ways and Means has 4 resolutions.
I'm sorry.
They've been through committee, and I'd like to offer them up as a bundle.
All right. Anybody like to make a motion? Charles, would like to make a motion, seconded by Mr. Batman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So passed. Health and Human Services?
Yes,
Elaine Daly?
Health and Human Services this month had 9 resolutions. They passed through both committees. I'd like to offer up HH1 through HH9 as a bundle, unless anyone wants to break anyone out and discuss individually.
Move it.
Ms. Petrus, seconded by Mr. Pinckney. All those in favor? Any opposed? So be it. Government Operations, Mr. Foley.
Mr. Chairman, Government Operations has 2 resolutions, GO2 and GO3. I will offer them up. GO1 was in regards to the new website, and we will be discussing that further next month. So, motion for GO2 and GO3 at this time.
Am I confused? Are you passing both of them, or are you excluding
Yeah,
them?
as a bundle. As a bundle,
Right.
GO2 and GO3.
Yeah, right. 2 and 3. Elaine would like to make the motion, and seconded by Charles. And
Left 2 pages.
Second page there, Keith.
GO3 is requesting additional funding from the state for the Veteran Services Office.
any further discussion on those 3? Are those 2? Mr. Pinckney, did you say that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Public Works, no, planning, oh, let's go to planning. All right,
Chairman, planning has 1 resolution, both committees.
okay, we have a motion and seconded, all those in favor? Any opposed? So carried. Tucker Whitman will now take over for Public Works.
Public Works has 4 resolutions. PW2 is tabled in committee. I'd like to bundle PW 1, 3, 4, and 5, unless anyone would like one singled out.
Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? So carried.